comes to an end, tomorrow last day, the performance of Radha dance in Vrindavan is remembered tomorrow. And the Lord called all the gopis with its flute in the forest of Silverconch. So, but we will not talk about these topics. But we may remember every individual who may have their level. We may meditate on these topics. I would like to ask if we can talk something. Some topic.
To ask whether we can talk about Vishnu Purana.
Vishnu Purana.
What's about and how a Purana can be defined and such kind of things.
Who knows how many Puranas are there? 18 Puranas. They were all in the early days after Krishna left this planet, around 5,000 years after this, they were compiled by one Shakti-Avesh avatar, Vyasadeva, Aveda Vyas, who is supposed to still is present in the Himalayas. So the Puranas are mainly instructions and remembrance of the pastimes performed, and they are meant for different kind of peoples. So there are 6 Puranas, 6 of the 18 Puranas. They are meant to cultivate people on the lowest plane. How to get out from the mood of ignorance or tamaguna. So, to those belongs mostly those who are worshipping demigods in the mood of tamaguna, and those who have behavings. It is described in Bhagavad Gita also. Those who sleep a long time, those who are attracted to intoxication, sleeping, laziness, and tamasic, running for sense gratification, enjoying this lady business. So for those, there are 6 Puranas, their rules are given. So there are many goddesses who are worshipped on this level. especially Kali or Durga. There are many names of this goddess. So they are trying to, from the lowest levels, they're trying to follow certain rules for those kind of people in the mode of ignorance to grow, to get purified, to come to a next higher level. The next higher level is Rajaguna, means the mood of passion. In this level, they are not anymore so much under the influence of ignorance. They want to create something. They want to, like our society is mainly mixed, is no Rajaguna or Tamaguna, ignorance or passion, and goodness, they are the three. They are always mixed, they are not pure. Tamaguna, there's also always some other mood is there. Like Ganesh is worshipped by those who are in ignorance, and also in goodness, because he can purify. He is, this is a mixed nature, so all these are mixed basically. So now in this age, mainly Dhammaguna and Rajaguna is prominent. We are trying to build up to get money, to get rich, to get enjoyment. And of course, Tamaguna is still the prominent, that we are only running for sense enjoyment, lower class, sleeping intoxication, and ignorance, not understanding the question, Kayami in Bengali, who I am. This was the first question Srimad Goswami, I think, asked to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they have not this question, they just have question how to get the next opportunity to enjoy a low class without knowing that they have to pay the price, that they are entangled in the deepest ignorance, that they have to suffer the results of their activities and enjoy maybe, but this is not enjoyment from someone in the mode of goodness. So Rajagun is the next 6 Puranas are meant for those who are passionate, who want to increase their material standard, want to become rich, controllers, king, various, all this class. They have to be in Raja, like Kshatriyas. And then the third one is for those who come on a still higher level. They are interested in knowledge. They want to know, they are asking questions. They are behaving, they are acting as a part of the nature, trying to avoid to destroy life. They want to understand what is life and what is death matter. So they are mostly the Brahmana class, follow this mode of goodness. So their result is that they will attain up to Brahman, up to liberation, moksha. They can understand and realize. So their life is quite peaceful, and they're living, chanting and praying the mantras, chanting mantras, living in the mode of goodness means to not disturb others and to teach others or to show an example how to live in the mode of goodness. So they receive, by following this Puranas, this scripture, in the mode of goodness, they can attain moksha. So Vishnu Purana is one of the Puranas in the mode of goodness. I do not know exactly the different names of the Puranas, but one is Vishnu Purana. So they are helping us to attain the highest goal by following it. This is rules and regulations given for every class of men. So it is not negatively preaching or giving knowledge. They are just on their level where they are. Just like Vaishnavas who are beyond all these three modes, means Dhammagun, Rajagun, and goodness also. They are seeing no negative in the mode of ignorance or Raja or goodness. They are able to see that this is how material world is working, and they are not mixing because every individual has to get their result of their desires or their activities they performed in their life, and they want. For example, if they are in the mode of ignorance, they want this. If you are, or they're too lazy to do anything what makes them come to the next higher level, or they are, have their intellect is not yet developed. So in this way, the Puranas instruct us and giving us instruction on the level of the lowest, the middle, and the higher moods or gunas, like goodness. So basically this is the purpose for what the Puranas teaching us. It is an important part of the Vedic scriptures. Can one say something more? Some more?
Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana, and it's beyond that even, can you say?
Yes, yes.
Can you say like that?
Yes.
Then I assume Ramayana is that, right?
Hmm?
Is Itihasa.
Yes.
Ramayana? Different category.
Yes, it's Mahabharata and Ramayana. This is history also. But Yeah. In the Mahabharata, by example, there are 100,000 shlokas, the Mahabharata. And how many are the Bhagavad Gita? 700. So there's half, because people like to read stories and history. So the Mahabharata is telling the history of India, Bharatvarsha. So the first half is explanation of this, up to the point where Krishna appears and Krishna, the battle of Kurukshetra was taking place. Then Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Mahabharata, is given in the middle. And 700 shlokas from 100,000. So and then afterwards it continues history. It's the itihasas. The scriptures are given for those who like to read stories.
It's like entertaining, right?
Yes.
In some way.
Yes, it's history. Yeah. It is, but there is a trick, Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
So, otherwise we would not like to hear Bhagavad Gita, because nobody wants to know the effect, the truth. So it is tricky. Also, Srimad Bhagavatam, by example, there are so many stories also there. But Srimad Bhagavatam is a pure transcendental scripture. And in reality, it can only be understood by realized souls. As it is. It is not. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam and we think we read all these stories there, but this is not, it's not the essence. Spiritual realized souls, they hear it in a different way. They by example, I was studying when I was very young. I studied many of these books. There's a book called the Tibetan Death Book from Lama Angarika Govinda Buddhism. They have a book when somebody leaves this world, his body. Then this book is written, the monks read it after he left his body. When he is still present, he may understand, he may hear. And this gives instruction to us how we should move when we leave this body. We should go this direction, and there's a light, and there is but the other way, if you go this way, you will go in darkness. So you should decide to go to the left side. And then it's explained what is coming next. And they guide you up to the nirvana, to the out of the forest, to the Brahman. It is actually nirvana, it's called. The same way, Srimad Bhagavatam is similar, but we very hardly understand it. It is the story of Prahlad, or the story of Dhruva, the story of Bali, the story of so many Bharata. But one can also see that all these stories, what are coming there, and what the explanation, what the Bharata speaks, what Dhruva is speaking, what Prahlad is speaking afterwards, his realizations. This is the essence. The story is just helping, because we like to hear the story or the desire. Or in another way, you can understand that all these stories is going on in our head also. We have similar bust. Like we have big desire to become, like this story of Prahlad. He was very disturbed because his father rejected him. Dhruva, yes, yeah. And he was the son of the king, but his second wife had also a son, and she wants her son to become the king. So he went back to his mother in the forest. She was rejected because of the first wife or the second wife. She was. So he started to perform tapasya. He was 5-year-old boy. So all this problems appear also in the heads of every living beings, and we try to it gives us direction. Yeah, okay, you perform tapasya, but Narad Muni came, you should not, you are too young. But he insisted. And he did great tapasya, no eating, no drinking, nothing. And then the Supreme Lord appeared to him, and he said, you wanted to be a king, so you should get your kingdom bigger than your father. But for 36,000 years you should stay there. I will also stay with you there as the guard on the main entrance of your palace. So like this stories, and there's many other stories like Bharat. These desires are also may appear in us, all of these things, you know. And it is directed how we can enter to the transcendental plane, because they are not going to join heavenly planet, or they are not sent there and there. Dhruva did not like to have a kingdom afterwards. I have no desire anymore. He realized Vishnu appeared before him. I don't want it, but he said, but you have decided this, so you will get for 36,000 years. Yeah, must do this now. And but I will be with you. Then you may come back. And all these stories we are hearing in Srimad Bhagavatam, they are transcendental stories. They are not understood in reality by just reading it and speculating on it. All these things happen in us also. So then it comes to the highest plane, 10th canto. And this 10th canto is tomorrow, it is a part of this 10th canto. When we attain the transcendental plane, we can understand what is going on in the transcendental world. But this is not discussed amongst the realized souls. Amongst the realized souls, yes. But it is not discussed in the public. Because we cannot understand. When we read these things, we become lusty. So many sannyasis, so-called sannyasis, they tried to speak these high topics and then they run away with ladies. And this is not the result of understanding or realizing. Realizing means we have no connection to this mundane conception of life. That's because Srimad Bhagavatam is a very, very high level, and it can only be understood in the association of pure devotees. They are able to let us peep in like a curtain, They say, put it aside and see, you see, like this, and they close again. Because this transcendental world is absolutely different to this, what we are experiencing here now. We are identifying here with gross matter, with gross mind. It is very gross. Our intellect is reduced to a bodily conception. We cannot travel with our minds because we are imprisoned in this bodily conception, mundane conception. So we are very ignorant about these things. Some may think, oh, I am this, I am that, I am devotee. But a real devotee never thinks of himself as a devotee. He always doubting. He always, no, I am not devotee. But I want to become a devotee. Dasa, 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 anudasa. Naham vipunacharana pivaishyana shuranaham manina chaguradidiyava kindubudan nikila paramananda punamridaptya gopipatapatakamalu dasa, dasa, anudasa. I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya or Brahmana or Shudra. And I am not Brahmachari, I am not Grihastha. I am not a Vanabhashta, I am not a sannyasi. I just want to become the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of those who serve Dasa Dasa Anudasa, who serve the lotus feet of Radharani or Lord. This is the attitude and this is the mood of a real devotee. Not running around like a sannyasi or whatever, Brahmana. I have seen, fortunately, I could see the senior Vaishnavas. I was very impressed by Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj in the early 80s. I met him in Nandagram. He was staying there his last years. We were there this time. He changed the thought. It was a very simple hut, In the back was this wonderful lake. And he behaved like a child, He came there with kirtan, and then he was sitting with one other Babaji, old man also. And then he saw us, and then he jumped up. He was very small, He was 80-something at this time. And he started jumping and like a small child, and very humble, It was not artificially humble. He felt like this. Yeah, I watched all these things, and I heard from others also. What a wonderful person. And every individual paid obeisances to him. And he also did, Yes, I felt very blessed I feel very attracted. Such purity and such wonderful experience to meet such a person. It was nothing a material plane, Whenever you ask him something, he started laughing and said, "Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna." Just chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He did not answer. When he answered something, and then he said, "You go to Srila Maharaj, you go to..." He said this. Whoever Acharya was there, he liked Srila Maharaj also.
Bhakti Hridoy monks and Maharaj, he was close friends.
Yeah. Yes, we have to meet such kind of devotees who are living in the spiritual world. They can open us and let us see, just peep, and just a moment, if you realize. Then you understand we are such insignificant persons that what, and we think we are the center of the universe, that we know something. But it's like a child, who builds in his sense a small house and thinks, you see, nobody has such a nice house than me. This is Trinadapi Sunijina Darorapi Sahishnuna Manina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadhari. This is the essential, most essential sloka in the Shikshashtaka, spoken by Krishna himself, Lord Chaitanya. We have to become more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, and to give respect to all living beings. And do not expect any from others, any respect from others. Nowadays, they run away with just the opposite, more humble than a blade of grass. What? I'm a sannyasi. They are coming like kings, More humble than, more tolerant than a tree. If you say something wrong, you're making offense to a sannyasi. And to give respect to others, we we come with the attitude, he did not pay obeisance. He did not respect me. This is Kali Yuga. Our heart has to become purified from all these dirty things. And then we can become qualified eventually if Krishna wants, everything depends on him. When we become dear to him with such an attitude, then you will understand. Then he will reveal. Then you will see. And you will understand. It is not easy thing. We cannot by our intellect. It's completely useless. We can find out, every atom, you may see and you may understand. But what purpose, for what? Materialistic science is foolish. This is an illusory world, temporary world. It comes, it goes. What you want to do with this knowledge? Nothing. Next lifetime, other will come, and you will say something complete else. Is this?
Maharaj, what is essential things? How to develop sincerity to attain this level of honest inquiring and honest surrender and to Supreme Lord, to Vaishnavas, to Guru?
We have to experience. We have to go through, we have to accept reality. And as we say, reality means birth, disease, old age, death. So if you ever think that this life is going on forever, and I am the enjoyer of this, and I must squeeze as much as possible this world until it's finished, then you will not have, and you will not understand. What?
What is essential things, essential stuff, what will really brought us on that level of honesty?
Yes. We have to face, or we have to have the intellect to understand that we can die at any moment. 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 years. You have to always be conscious. This is just a temporary place where we are staying. So, because we are all atheists, we do not believe that there is maybe, I have to give back what I have taken from this world. There is the law of karma. We think when we go very deep, then we will realize that we are atheists, that we have no faith, that someone is controlling, someone is everything, every movement, every second. Whatever we experience, it is all controlled. Our blinking of the eyes, whatever we see and not see, it is all, everything is controlled. It is, we must become conscious. Now we are not conscious, we are body conscious. Mind conscious. The mind is conscious of body, so it is reduced to bodily conception, and intellect the same. He must become like Narada Muni. He travels wherever he wants in the whole universe, and if he wants to go to Vaikuntha, he can even go there. But we do not understand these things, how he is doing this. It's very simple. We cannot go with our minds or with them because we think the body. If I go away from the body, I think it's impossible. Because then I think I'm dead. Because I think I'm the body. My mind is reduced on matter. Intellect also, same thing.
It means that we have no realization of Supreme Lord of God. So for this we are like
Yes. We are not sincere. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he says, two things are necessary if you want to understand it. It is sincerity and humility. If you approach these things in a buffed up way, I know already, no, don't have to tell me, I know better. Or in a buffed up way, you're not able to understand anything. You are imprisoned in this conception of material world. Then another opinion or some question? Or is it logical? Or can one follow? I don't know. It could be like this. If it would like this, then I am wrong. And it is up to me. I can decide. No, this is wrong. Reality is I have to go to work tomorrow, I have to pay my bill, and I have to care for this and this and this. So many do this, I have no time. We have all time for him. Dying means waking up. Hey, welcome. Sorry, I did not.
Yeah, so there is actually somehow a battle ongoing in my mind. Why? Because I cannot differentiate between becoming sincere and not qualified enough. So there is actually a knowledge gap between these two things. In the starting, when I joined the temple, I always was thinking, okay, when I will become sincere enough to understand this entire thing. But when I asked, let's say, the most devotees, then I got always the answer, I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified enough. I'm not qualified.
This is Kali Yuga. We will see.
Yes, so it is actually difficult to understand what is now becoming sincere and have become, let's say, getting the realization between I am not qualified.
We have to understand one thing, you know, it is not that you can change from one day to another. This is not realistic. But the thing is that we're living our life in this world because of our past activities. We wanted it. We have free will. So we wanted to live like this. With all the consequences, not everything may go okay because we did also wrong things, so this has to be paid back. But what we can do is that we are realizing or be understanding to a certain point that actually there is something more than this, what is here, what we experience here. Because this is a beginning and an end. This is for sure. This is reality. So we have to add, when we find something where we think, oh, this sounds realistic, or I can, so certain level I can understand, so I can take this or add it to my life. So with other words, when we have family, by example, we add Krishna. That he is everything he has given to us, this body, this mind, this whatever we can perceive. And he is controlling it, and I am also controlled by him.
Yeah.
But I have still my free will. So in this way, step by step, I can realize. I must realize step by step. Not artificially, I cannot do.
But is it also correct that only in this world the realization can be attained?
Much more easy than another. Because here it's a short life. We think it is long, but there are different planets. They have much more time, but it's much more difficult also because there are more comfort there. Here is very tough, this world, and short. And the other way is also that now in this age it is very easy, or the opportunity is there that we can get this knowledge, because there are so many devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu still walking on this planet, and realized persons. And if we desire sincerely, then we will meet a sincere soul. And if we really want to know it, we can know it. Even if we see a realized person, but if you have no sincere desire, you will not benefit.
Can one say that qualification comes also by mercy? That if we think we are not qualified, we may,
Yes.
we may not be, but mercy can make us qualified. Is it like that? Because mercy is beyond justice. If I consider my level of qualification, there is no chance for me. No chance. If I think about the justice mechanism. So our only hope is to connect and rely on mercy, on the flow of mercy.
Yes, it is.
Vaishnavas.
It is the mercy of Vaishnavas, basically the mercy of Lord Chaitanya or Krishna.
Yeah,
It's coming. And even if this mercy coming, I have still the desire to reject it and to take it. So it depends on our past. It is not, we should not think that it works, that ignorant person can in one moment, by the mercy of the Lord, can change into a pure devotee. Like Jayan Vijay or Jaga and Madai. So we think they got their mercy, they were thieves, and they were the lowest class of persons. But we do not know what they have done in life before. They are members of the transcendental world. So this is not, we cannot disconnect, because free will must be always there. If I say the Lord gives me mercy, even I am a rascal, number one, then he will take the free will, or will take something, or he will mix into my free will.
No, I have to accept. I must decide to accept.
Yeah, then you have already been before qualified. You have certain qualification from your past life. Otherwise it is not working. So many got initiated by Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, by my Gurudev and by your Gurudev. But so many, you know.
Because even to meet Vaishnavas in one life, there must be some basic qualification. There's no doubt.
Now we have us from our past life, we have some Sukriti. This, because we are not remembering now, we are not conscious of it. But all these things may come. If we are sincere, if we really want it, all these things will become completely clear. And then our false ego is reducing and reducing, and they think, my God, what a nonsense I am. My position I'm taking here in the material world. Hare Krishna.
Today was an intensive session.
Huh? Yes, you know, it has to agitate. Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he and all good preachers, they agitate. It is their duty. Because if I just say, you're so nice, everything is okay, and you just do this and give me something, then I'm not helping you. It must be, we must cut the knot. Sannyas means this, what is like an axe. You have to cut the knot in the heart. You have to cut the tamaguno, ignorance. So you may not like me, but it doesn't matter. But but it doesn't matter. In next lifetime you will get benefit. This is mercy of the Lord. If you go away with he's so nice or he's so, then you have no benefit. Then it is a mundane relation. I do for you and you do for me. Business. Jai Shri Gurudeva ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Prasindubhya Vacha Pavanekyo Vaishnavekyo